there's been a lot of talk about Ryan Gosling bringing Montessori to the Golden Globe stage. He said, is this a Montessori kind of thing where everyone gets a trophy? And really, that's not a Montessori thing at all. So I just wanted to clarify a couple of reasons why it's not. The most obvious thing that lots of people are talking about is that in Montessori we don't have trophies or certificates or rewards. Instead, we encourage intrinsic motivation, and we want children to get that wonderful feeling of satisfaction when they've achieved something that they've chosen to do themselves or that they're passionate about. We don't want to have to dangle a carrot to make them do something. The second thing is, I think, with that statement, because in Montessori we don't necessarily encourage children to compete against each other or step on other people to get to the top, but instead we encourage, challenging yourself and I guess competing against yourself more to become a better person. We often get lumped with that kind of group. Oh, Montessori gives out certificates for participation. I don't really believe, in my opinion, that Montessori would align with that at all. We expect that children actually naturally love to participate in life, and we put a lot of work into our environment so that it inspires them to do so. So I think that if you look at the products of Montessori education, you look at the founders of Google, the founders of Amazon, Stephen Curry, he's an NBA player, works in a really competitive environment. Those people would have all had to have intrinsic motivation to become really good at what they're doing. They all obviously love what they're doing and they're very passionate, and they wouldn't have got to where they are today, creating their own companies, by someone holding a carrot and saying, follow me. Also, if you look back to one of my last blog posts, there's an amazing video by Dan Pink on intrinsic motivation, and I told the story of the little boy in my class who had been working on a project for a couple of months, and he wandered off at the end of it, and when I came to check on what he was doing, he'd made himself a certificate. He said, I thought I did a really good job, so I made myself a certificate. And I thought, man, that's so cool. Like, why do we in life wait for other people to validate us when we've done a good job? Why don't we just make our own certificates? So Ryan Gosling, I think that it's not really a Montessori type of thing where everyone gets trophies, and that perhaps Montessori children would actually create their own trophies for themselves.